get a bird's eye view. Hotel, got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me. Baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks, I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Death comes in threes, wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones, throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job, pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they want to keep me.
Okay, Coach, coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Antonio Dreadnoughts and the Detroit Lions. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
You ready? 13, Mike 13. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Shoot. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. I'm not sure exactly what they had planned for play number 1 from scrimmage, but I can guarantee it wasn't that interception.
No doubt about that one, because in their daydream, this was going to be a dream play to get things started. Instead, it turned into a nightmare for them.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Now a give, right side. Green. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. They'll try the left side. Green. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. On 2nd down now. It's Green, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off and not the ha-ha. That was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
It was Taven Bryan who got him down defensively.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Go on. Ready?
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
10-2 stop.
Right. Tie it right. Four down.
Get it.
Now a play fake, and here's Locke. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Complete. It's Johnson. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th.
You got my 36.
Look, squeeze. Right. Go. 5.
They'll go for it. It's Locke, eluding the pressure right. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st.
Chopper.
Switch. Deuce.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Check.
Lucky. 6'6". Bullet high.
13.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Locke. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
On the ready.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
No.
Rock it. Clear. Right up.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Switch up. Alert 3. Alert 3.
On 2nd and 9, Murray going for the deep ball. It got his man complete. Touchdown. John Ross, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard
Ready.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10.
Look at me. Go. Meet them.
They begin the drive with Johnson. Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Set. 60 outlaw.
Watch the pass. Check nickel.
Shoot.
From the 27, Locke. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 46. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Greystone travel.
Crash. Bang.
Hey, foxtrot.
They fake the handoff. Now Locke. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
He's coming. We got double up. Shoot. Check.
Ready.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. And that'll be incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They run the counter. It's Green. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And they're going to have a 3rd down. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Carter. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On 1st down, it's Green. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
The tackle by offensive line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 41, Murray. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
They'll try the left side. It's Green, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. On play action, it's Murray. That's complete to Sharp. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 25 yards that time. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Check, he's coming. I got one.
Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. A quick throw caught by Sharp. And he will take it in for the touchdown. From 10 yards out. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3-and-out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation. Pick up the first down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit, too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
Clock now on first down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Johnson was the intended receiver, and now it's 2nd down.
Second down.
Break.
Mike 13.
Leo.
Block off of play action. And that's complete to Jesse James. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Ready? 15 line. 15 line.
Here we go.
Deep dribble.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
Rolling to his right. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
I'm coming after you.
Go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke forced out to his left. Space to run past the 20. Wide open receiver complete. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. And it's complete. They're going to get the first. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And the hands team does its job. They're able to secure it. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, They sell their...
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Deshaun Hand able to record his 5th sack of the season. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Check Mike 40. Check Mike 40. Who that? Who that? Mike 40. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Going deep downfield for Ron. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. John Ross with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now Locke. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. They'll run on 1st down. Johnson, and he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd down.
Set, 8, read.
Watch the screen.
Hey, Haywood.
Check Mike 11. Check Mike
5.
Again, it's Locke. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Devin Bush, the linebacker, was the one there in pass coverage.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there. But they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes and reaction. Eyes meaning all eyes are on the quarterback and able to react when he throws the football and rally to that spot. And that's exactly what happened there. Able to get there and knock it away.
It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Come on.
Ready?
Check Mike 11. Check Mike 11. Get that quarterback at all costs.
Here we go on 4th down with Locke. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
You don't want nothing. Pick up the ball. Go. Shit. Hey, switch gears. Echo. Check it.
First down, Murray. Escaping the pressure right. Green brings it in. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Let's go, boys.
They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Watch the run. Check three.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And it'll bring up third down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Murray going to throw. Steps away to it, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, lock it. Let's go. Let's go. Get set. Hard. Hard.
SOS. SOS. SOS.
Shoot.
On play action, Lock. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hawkinson. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Check Mike 11. Check Mike 11.
They do go for it. It's Locke. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
Every play is supposed to get a player's best effort. But on 4th down, that really increases the stakes, doesn't it? What about that catch?
Heck of an effort picking up the first.
And now that team has to be motivated going forward. They just saw a great effort there. They want to make sure it pays off.
He's coming. Double up. Double up.
Ready?
On 1st down, Johnson. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Mike 13.
Get it.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 4.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Check in. We got it.
Hey, exit.
Get the ball right here.
But I.
Mike 13. Mike 13. Go.
Down.
From the gun on 3rd down. Lock. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Derwin James with a pick. The 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, If you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Badgley now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Ready?
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Block will try again on second down. Screen play, Johnson. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's third down. The Lions on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. They'll run it with Johnson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. To throw it is Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Lions turned away on 4th down, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, you can't block me. You can't block me. Take 4, take 4.
They'll try the left side. Green. And they'll get this down to the 10. That good for 19 and a first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point by Badgley, up and good, and the lead will swell by 1 more. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
To throw again on second down. Locke. Room here to run. And this will be a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
On the ready.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
Comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. The Lions on third down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 10.
X3, 218, chopper. Get it.
Now a play fake, and here's Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith, as he gets the sack. Now defensively here, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Hey, orbit. Now.
They'll go for it. It's Locke. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. They'll run on 1st down. Green, he's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. 25 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down. On 1st down, Johnson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Locke out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Locked to throw for it on 4th. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. So no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Throwing on 1st down is Locke. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll run on first down. Johnson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Defensively, with this lead in the fourth quarter, I guess you can allow a run of that magnitude.
You're right about that, but really the focus has got to be don't fall in love with the idea that you're getting big runs now. You're right. They're actually being allowed. They've got to think really hard about getting some chunk plays through the air, too.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Now Locke again. Steps away. And he slings one that's incomplete. Johnson the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Here's Locke to throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Going deep downfield for Ross. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
18 Gator. Go team, spill.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Hey, check Michael Allen. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Hey, check Michael Allen. All day, punt. Hey, check Michael Allen.
Fire.
Lock now on first down. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Trevor Williams was shot out of a cannon there on the corner blitz. After the sack on first down, Locke. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, check Michael Allen.
On third and long, it's Locke. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. This offense has gone for it 5 times already. They're now going to go for a 6th fourth down try.
Check Michael Allen. Check.
Rock it.
Locke going to go on fourth down. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field.
Check tight. 40's the mark. Squeeze. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. Shift. What's that? Okay. Motion.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Hey, 4 down. Short. Check Mike 40. What's the run? Hey, they're running it. Check 43. 25. Check 25. Go. Win the rep. Let's go right here.
Murray's going to look to throw this thing. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jamal Agnew. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Buzz.
Block off of play action. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Fresno.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Mike 13. He's coming. Check him. Check. Check 26.
Hey, exit. Look at me. Zipper.
Hey, watch the delay. Mike's 13.
Hey.
He's coming. Check.
Hey, Alpha.
Wins championships, baby.
Hit it.
One final try for Locke. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big